Being in the crazy market, I've been asked this question so many times. Should I sell or buy a new property, or should I renovate and live where I am? Myself, Talvinder with the Bagga Team, Royal LePage Norelta, brought this question to Mr. Bagga. So we have Mr. Bagga today in house, and let's ask Mr. Bagga to throw some light on this question. Over to you, Mr. Bagga.
Well, thank you so much, Talvinder, for bringing us a great question. You know this question is very complex. It does have a pros and it does have a cons. Okay, so I'm not saying it as a political answer for this question's answer, but let me dissect this question into two separate sections. First section is that I am selling this old home and buying a new one, versus I wanted to renovate it and live in this property. I think all the viewers who are watching, you might be in the same shoes and you want to ask the same question from Talvinder to answer this one. So let me answer this way. So Talvinder, for example, I'm going to give you one benefit and I'm going to give you one drawback. So that's the first question is, hey, should I sell my old home and buy a new one? So the benefit for this old home is that, let's say you bought this property for 4 years back. You bought this property, for example, for $400,000. And now, because the market got changed over 4 years, your property is for $500,000. Your property grew up for $100,000. As you know that if your property is in a principal residence, the gain of $100,000 is free. There's no tax on it. If you make $100,000, you will definitely pay 20, 30, 40% of the taxable income. That's a one benefit. So you are selling right now for $500,000. You can take that equity gain in your property and reinvesting back into a new property. That's a benefit. The second benefit of this process, if somebody have an old home and investing into a new one, because you know that in certain area the growth happen on a certain time, then they cap out. After that, the growth is not going to happen in that area. But certain area, so think you are living in the southeast, in an older neighborhood which is 10 years or 15 years old, their growth already happened. Then you cash out from there, and let's say you invest in Glenridge or Cassock, which is a brand new neighborhood, brand new school, the brand new playgrounds are coming, the growth in those areas are much higher. Your return is more higher. So think you are staying in an old home, you cap out, but now you take the money out after selling and invest somewhere else, that's a growth is much higher. That's a second benefit of if you're owning a property and then now you're thinking to buy a new one. Now think the drawback. Lockup is say, hey, now we discussed the two good, now the drawback. The people are watching, as you know, that each time you sell a property, it costs you 5%. For example, if the property is $500,000, it might cost you $25,000. So all the gains which is you have, you already spending money on that. If for example, I sold and say, hey, Talvinder, you bought it for $400,000 and now you sold for $500,000, but you have to pay all the fees. Yes. You got it? Mm-hmm. So that could be a negative if I look at it on a business point of view, that you're going to pay 5% of your total investment. Same thing on the other side, if you're buying a brand new home also has some negative. What does that mean to you when you buy a brand new home? Your landscaping is not completed. Your deck is not there. Your fence is not there. Your window covering is not there. Sometimes there's no appliances. So all those things to complete, you need a certain funds to accommodate it. So now you save another 5% to buy a new one. But hey, homes are looked at it as an investment, according to me. So that is if somebody want to have an old home and buy a new one. That's answer for those ones. Okay, I will sum up which if I am in the condition, what I will do. I'll do this at the very end. The second question and answer is, hey Manny, now I have the same existing home, I'm gonna renovate it and I wanted to move in, or I'm gonna live in the same place. So I bought this property for 5 years back. I bought this property for $400,000. Now the home needs a renovation. So let's say I want to change the carpet, I want to change the countertop, I wanted to change the backyard, I want to put up a brand new deck, or I wanted to renovate the bathroom, or I wanted to develop a basement. So those things cost you money, Talvinder. For example, you bought for $400,000, now you are ready to spend another $50,000 on a renovation, and you say, hey, I'm content, I'm going to live in this property, I don't want to sell, I want to stay. Then I don't see any positive but I can see only negative. The reason behind why I said that negative at this moment, if you see as an appraisal point of view, if you invest $50,000 towards any old property, doesn't matter that's a paint, development or basement or bathroom or countertops or kitchen, you name it. If you spend a $50,000, your return is maximum 50% to 60%. You're losing 40% of your investment. So that's why that's a negative. So if you're investing for $50,000, now you're gonna say, Talvinder, sell this property in the market. According to you, it's at $450,000, but now you're getting for $430,000. You already lost. Plus, you invest so much your sweat, equity inside to build that property at that point.
Yes.
Am I right or wrong?
Good idea. Absolutely.
Okay. And then the second benefit for renovating and staying in the old property. Only one thing I look at in my past experience, why those people that are staying in there and they're renovating, they are in love with that location. You cannot get that same location. They could be convenient for they're close to their church or close to their school or close to any certain amenity which one they are looking at. That's the only benefit I see it. Now, you answered the both. If somebody asks me, I have the same old home and buy a new one versus renovated and then live into this property, be honest. I'm in this industry over 20 years. I'm only giving you my personal opinion. Don't take it personal. If I have the home, 120% I will sell the home every 5 years and buy a new one. My goal is to sell my home every 5 years and buy a new one. Because why I'm gonna stay in an old home? Because after 5 years, your home's gonna ask to do some renovation anyways. Your repair's gonna come. Your after 5 years, your carpet, your all other stuff gonna come back to you. So my own personal opinion to the people who are watching today is if you own an old home, you gain the equity $100,000, sell it, move into a new home. That's my answer. What do you think? Did you get something out of that, and what's your personal opinion?
Absolutely, that was a fantastic answer. I guess renovating and losing 50% is a huge number. Thank you, Mr. Bagga. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate that. Once again, Talvinder Bandel. Reach me on Facebook at Talvinder Bandel and also on Instagram, Talvinder Bandel at 780-978-3009. Shoot me a text or call me anytime. Thank you once again and have a wonderful day.
Well, here's my hero's answer. So if you guys have any questions related to real estate, it doesn't matter you buying, it doesn't matter you're selling, Talvinder is one of our very knowledgeable gentlemen who can answer your question, sit down with you. He already gave you contact information. You have already contacted. Just shoot a DM, call him. He will be happy to answer questions. Oh, by the way, before you go, make sure you hit the button, subscribe, hit the bell button. Myself or my next hero will bring you the same value for you in your inbox. Hopefully this video will be more valuable for you or one of your loved ones. If you think that is more valuable, share this video. Thank you so much. Next week, I'll bring you my next hero for you. For that time, stay blessed and keep smiling. Love you guys all.
Bye for now.